Coordinate geometry. We are going to have 3 modules under this chapter. In that part 1, we are going to discuss about distance formula, part 2, section formula, part 3, area of a triangle. We are going to discuss in detail about these things in the respective modules. Now in this module, we are going to discuss about distance formula. Now given the coordinates of 2 points A and B, A point is x1 y1, B point is x2 y2. Now finding the distance between the 2 points, and we will have a formula for that, that is known as distance formula. Let us take this example. I have taken both the points A and B in the same quadrant. This is the first quadrant. So A is x1 y1, B is x2 y2. We need to find out AB. Now here this point is x1, this point is x2, here y1 and y2. Now in the triangle ABC, this is the right angle triangle with the angle C as 90 degree. In this triangle we know AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square, Pythagoras theorem. Therefore AB equal to square root of AC square plus BC square. Now AC, this distance is x2 minus x1, and BC, this distance is y2 minus y1. Now let us substitute for the values of AC and BC. So square root of AC is x2 minus x1 whole square plus BC is y2 minus y1 whole square. Square root of that is the distance AB, the distance between the points A and B. This formula is known as the distance formula. Let us take one more example. Here both the points I have taken in the same quadrant. Suppose the 2 points on 2 different quadrants. Then how does it look like? This is quadrant 1, this is 2 and this is 3. Point A is in quadrant 3 and point B is in quadrant 1. Now you know AB square equal to, that is the square of the distance between the 2 points. Now here too ABC is a right angle triangle because this AC is parallel to x-axis and BC is parallel to y-axis. Angle C is 90 degree. Therefore AB square equal to AC square plus BC square. Now AC is AQ plus QC, AQ plus QC whole square plus BC square. BC is BP plus PC, BP plus PC whole square. Now this one AQ is x1, but x1 is negative, so we will represent this one as minus x1, and QC is x2 plus x2 whole square plus BP is y2 and PC is y1, but this is in the fourth quadrant y is negative, so this is y1 whole square, or I can write this one as x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Therefore, the distance between the two given points AB equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and this formula is the distance formula. It does not change here whether the 2 points lie in the same quadrant or different quadrants. The distance formula is the same, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And the distance AB, we always take only the positive value, because this will have two values, plus or minus square root of these things, but we take only positive value because distance cannot be negative. So this formula is simple. We are going to work out a couple of problems using this distance formula. Let us take the first exercise. Find the distance between the following points minus 5, 7, minus 1 and 3. Let us take the point A as A equal to minus 5, 7, B as minus 1 and 3. So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Now distance formula says the distance AB is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. In this case, square root of x2 is minus 1, so minus 1, and minus of minus 5, so this is plus 5 whole square plus y2 is 3, y1 is 7, so it is minus 7 whole square. This is minus 1 and plus 5, so it is plus 4 whole square, it is 16. So this is 16 plus 3 minus 7, that is also 4 square, it is 16, 32. We can write this one as square root of 16 into 2, and we can take 16 out, it becomes 4 and 2 remains. So the distance between these two given points is 4 root 2 units. We don't know whether centimeter, meter or miles, kilometers. So it is 4 root 2 units. Second exercise, determine if the points A, that is 1, 5 and B 2, 3 and C minus 2, 11, whether they are collinear. Collinear means all are in the same line, straight line. How will we determine that? If all are in the same line, like this, suppose this is A, this is B and this is C. In this case, if they are collinear, AB plus BC equal to AC. It has to satisfy this. Now let us find the distance AB, BC and AC. Now AB is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now x2 is here, this one 2, so it is square root of 2 minus 1 whole square plus 3 minus 5 whole square. That is equal to square root of 1 plus 2 square, that is 4. Answer is root 5 units, that is AB. Let us find out BC. BC is equal to square root of, I won't write the formula again, x2 is minus 2. Now x1 is 2, minus 2 whole square plus y is minus 11 minus b is minus 3, that is equal to square root of, this is 4 square, it is 16, 11 plus 3 14 minus 14 whole square, that is 196, that is equal to square root of 212. This can be written as square root of 4 into 53, or 4 I can take it out, so it becomes 2 root 53. Now let us calculate AC. That is equal to, x2 is minus 2 now, that is minus 2 minus 1 whole square minus 2 minus 1, then plus y2 is minus 11 and minus 5 whole square. This is equal to square root of minus 2 minus 1 3 square, that is 9, plus 11 plus 5 16 minus 16 whole square, that is 256. This is equal to square root of 265. Now in this case, if you compare these three quantities, this is root 5, AB is root 5, BC is 2 root 53, and AC is square root of 265. And if you compare, AC is the largest side, so you must have the relation AC equal to AB plus BC for these 3 points to be collinear, but AC is not equal to AB plus BC, therefore points A, B, C are non-collinear. Third one, check whether A equal to 5 minus 2, B equal to 6 comma 4, C equal to 7 minus 2 are the vertices of a isosceles triangle. This is a triangle A, B, C. If this is an isosceles triangle, then any two sides of this triangle must be equal. Now let us see. Let us calculate all three sides AB, BC and AC and see whether any two sides are equal. Now let us calculate AB. AB is square root of x2 6 minus x1 5 whole square plus y2, it is 4, minus of minus 2, that is plus 2 whole square, that is equal to square root of, this is 1, this is 6 square, 36. So value of AB is square root of 37. Now BC is equal to square root of x2 is 7 minus x1 is 6 plus y2 minus y1 is minus 2, y1 is y coordinate of B, so it is minus 4 whole square. This becomes square root of 7 minus 6, that is 1, whole square is 1 plus minus 2 minus 4 minus 6 whole square is 36. So this becomes square root of 37. Now the last side, let us find out AC. AC equal to square root of 7 minus 5 x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 is minus 2, y1 is minus of minus 2, that is plus 2 whole square. Now this is equal to square root of 7 minus 5, 2 whole square, that is 4, plus minus 2 plus 2, 0. So this is 0. Square root of 4, it is 2. Now in this case, AB equal to BC. The two sides are equal, therefore ABC is an isosceles triangle. Name the type of quadrilateral formed, if any, by the following points and give reason for your answer. There are 4 points. I will take the first point as A, second as B, third C and D. Let us find out all the sides, that is AB, BC, CD and AD. From that we can make out what type of quadrilateral is this. Now AB is square root of x2 is 3 minus 3 plus 3 whole square plus y2 is 1 minus 5 whole square, this is square root of 36 and 1 minus 5 is 4 square is 16. So the answer is 36 plus 16, 52, square root of 52. This also you can write as 2 root 13. 52 can be written as 4 into 13. 4 comes out and comes 2. Now 2 root 13. BC equal to x2 is 0, x1 is 3, square root of 0 minus 3 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, that is 3 minus 1 whole square, that is 3 square here, that is 9, plus 3 minus 1, 2 whole square, that is 4. This becomes square root of 13. Now CD equal to square root of, now this is x2 y2, this is x1 y1. So x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 0 whole square plus minus 4 minus 3 whole square, that is equal to, this is 1 square, this is 1 plus minus 4 minus 3 minus 7 whole square is 49. This is square root of 50. If you write it as 25 into 2, this becomes 5 root 2. Last one, AD equal to, now A becomes x1 y1, D becomes x2 y2, square root of x2 minus 1, x1 minus of minus 3, so it is plus 3 whole square plus minus 4 minus 5 whole square. It becomes minus 1 plus 3, that is plus 2 whole square, that is 4 plus minus 4 minus 5 minus 9 whole square, 81. This is square root of 85. If you compare the four sides, there is no specific relation between these lengths. So this is not a square, not a rectangle, not a parallelogram, not a rhombus. So this is not any special quadrilateral. It is just a general quadrilateral. We cannot give any specific name to this because the four sides of this quadrilateral are of different lengths. There's one more example, similar one. We will take this as A, B, C and D. Just like the previous case, we need to find out the sides AB, BC, CD and AD and decide whether this is a special quadrilateral. Let us find out the length AB. AB is equal to square root of x2. x2 is 7. 7 minus 4 whole square plus y2 minus y1. 6 minus 5 whole square, that is 7 minus 4 is 3. 3 square is 9 plus 6 minus 5 is 1 plus 1. So this is square root of 10. AB. BC. BC. So B is x1 y1, C is x2 y2. So x2 minus x1, 4 minus 7 whole square plus 3 minus 6 whole square. 4 minus 7 is 3 square, 9. So this is 9. 3 minus 6, that is also minus 3. Minus 3 whole square is again 9. So this is square root of 18. Now CD. CD equal to square root of 1 minus 4 whole square plus 2 minus 3 whole square. Sorry, not cube. That is equal to 1 minus 4 is minus 3 whole square is 9. 2 minus 3 is minus 1 whole square is plus 1. So this value is square root of 10. The last one, AD. A is x1 y1, D is x2 y2. So AD is x2 minus x1, 1 minus 4 whole square plus 2 minus 5 whole square, that is equal to square root of 9 plus 9, that is square root of 18. Now in a quadrilateral, opposite sides AB equal to CD and BC equal to AD. Opposite sides are equal, therefore this is a parallelogram. Now let us see whether this is a rectangle too. Now if you can find out the diagonals are AC and BD. Now let us find out the diagonals also AC and BD. If the diagonals are equal, then this parallelogram is a rectangle. Otherwise it is just a parallelogram. Let us find out the diagonals. AC. So A is x1 y1, C is x2 y2. So AC is 4 minus 4 whole square plus 3 minus 5 whole square. This is 0 plus 4. So square root of 4 equal to 2. The length of AC is 2. Now BD. BD is B is x1 y1, D is x2 y2. So BD is 1 minus 7 whole square plus 2 minus 6 whole square. 1 minus 7 whole square is 6 square is 36 plus 2 minus 6 is minus 4 whole square is 16. This is square root of 52. This can be written as 2 root 30. Now here AC is not equal to BD, therefore this is not a rectangle, this is just a parallelogram. Next exercise, find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from 2, minus 5 and minus 2, 9. Now A is 2, minus 5, B is minus 2, 9, and there is a point on x-axis. This is x-axis, it is on x-axis. So the coordinates of this point are x, 0, because since it is on x-axis, y coordinate is 0. Let us take this point as O. Now find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant. That means AO equal to BO. AO equal to BO, that is given. Now if equate these two, then we will get the value of x. Now AO equal to square root of, you will take this one as x2 y2, this one as x1 y1. So x minus 2 whole square plus 0 minus of minus, so it is 0 plus 5 whole square. This is AO. Now BO equal to, this is x2 y2, this is x1 y1. So BO equal to square root of x minus of minus 2, that is x plus 2 whole square plus 0 minus 9 whole square. AO equal to BO, therefore square root of x minus 2 whole square plus 5 square. 5 square is 25, that is equal to square root of x plus 2 whole square plus 81. Now squaring both sides, you get x minus 2 whole square plus 25 equal to x plus 2 whole square plus 81. Let us expand this one. This is x square minus 4x plus 4 plus 25, that is equal to x square plus 4x plus 4 plus 81. X square cancels with x square, 4 cancels with 4. This 4x I will take to the right side, so that is 4x plus 4x, 8x. 8x is equal to 25 minus 81. 81, 56. 56 equal to 8x, that is not 56 minus 56, because here it is minus 81. Therefore x equal to minus 56 divided by 8, that is equal to minus 7. Therefore the point O is minus 7, 0. These are the coordinates of the point O on the x-axis, which is equidistant from 2, minus 5 and minus 2, 9. If Q is 0, 1 is equidistant from P 5, minus 3 and R x, minus 6, find the values of x, also the distances QR and PR. Now point Q is equidistant from P and R, that is PQ equal to QR. What is PQ? Now PQ equal to, let us take this one as x1 y1, this one as x2 y2, square root of 5 minus 0 whole square plus minus 3 minus 1, minus 3 minus 1 whole square, that is equal to square root of 5 square 25, that is square root of 25 plus 16. I will keep it as it is, this one. Then QR equal to, Q is x1 y1, R is x2 y2, so it is square root of x minus 0 whole square plus 6 minus 1 whole square. So this becomes square root of x square, 6 minus 1 is 5, so plus 25. Now Q is equidistant from P and R, therefore PQ is QR, therefore square root of 25 plus 16 is equal to square root of x square plus 25. Removing the or squaring both sides, we get 25 plus 16 equal to x square plus 25. 25 get cancelled here, so x square is equal to 16, therefore value of x equal to plus or minus 4. There are two values of x here. Now we have to find out the values of QR and PR. QR is given here, QR equal to square root of x square, that is 4 square plus 25, that is 16 plus 25, answer is square root of 41, that is the value of QR. Now PR will have two values because x has two values here. Earlier in this case it didn't matter because it was just x square, so whether it is plus or minus it is going to be 16, but here it is not so. Now PR, we'll write here P equal to 5 comma minus 3, R equal to plus or minus 4 comma 6. These are the 2 points. We have to find out PR now. PR equal to, first we will take this one as plus 4. So square root of 4 minus 5 whole square plus 6 minus of minus 3. So 6 plus 3 whole square. This comes to 4 minus 5 whole square is 1 plus this is 9 square is 81. So this is square root of 82 when x equal to plus 4. Now PR when x is equal to minus 4, that is square root of minus 4 minus 5 whole square, and this is going to be the same thing, it does not change, so it is 81. So this is 4 minus 5 is minus 9 whole square is 81, so square root of 81 plus 81, I can write this as 81 into 1 plus 1. So 81 I am taking out, that is 9, 1 plus 1 is 2, the answer is 9 root 2 when x is equal to minus 4. So PR has got two answers in this case, when x is equal to 4 plus 4 and when x is equal to minus 4. Find the relation between x and y such that point xy is equidistant from the point 3, 6 and minus 3, 4. Let this point be P. So P is x, y, Q. We will take this as Q. Q is 3, 6. R is minus 3, 4. Now P is equidistant from these 2 points. Find the relationship between x and y. Now first let us find out PQ. Now we know that since this is equidistance, PQ equal to PR. Let us find out PQ. PQ equal to square root of x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square. PR equal to square root of x minus 3. So x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square. Now we need to equate these two. Square root of x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square equal to square root of x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square. Squaring both sides, we have x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square equal to x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square. Let us expand these things. This becomes x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 12y plus 36 equal to x square plus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 8y plus 16. X square cancels with x square, y square cancels with y square. Let me take all the terms to the right side, left side let it be 0. So this is 6x then plus 6x minus 8y plus 12y plus 16 minus 36 that equal to 0. So 0 equal to 12x, 6 plus 6, then plus 4y and minus 20. Now dividing by 4 everywhere, 0 equal to 3x plus y minus 5. Therefore the relation is 3x plus y minus 5 equal to 0 is the relationship between x and y.